Hey guys, welcome back to my studio. Today we're going to work on a 24 by 30 canvas. So these are the colors I'm going to be working with today. Here's my black, and it's got a recipe in the previous video if you want to check it out. The blue here is phthalo blue and topaz. Those are folk art paints. And this orangey color is fire opal. Again, that's a folk art metallic paint. And then we have garnet, again, folk art. And last but not least, the white is dazzling metallics, and that is white pearl. So yeah, we're gonna get everything mixed up here and make sure the consistencies are right, and we're gonna do a great pour. So everything's moved off the canvas, and here we go. Okay, folks, we're gonna do a colander pour today. And I always like to start with white. It gives a nice bright base. So I put about half a cup in there. As you can see, I'm just layering and layering the cups. What I try to do when I use color, especially like red and orange, I like to use colors that are close on the color wheel, so that way they blend really nicely. Now I know I threw blue in there. That's my contrast color for today, and I wanted to put that right in the middle since I had a small cup of that. So I'm pouring again like I just did, getting the rest of the paints out and checking the consistency of my black paint before we pick up the colander. Great, everything looks good. Just want to move it around, get as much paint on the canvas as I can. There we go. Wow, another cool tie-dye shirt. Okay, dump in the black, here we go. Now, in my previous video, I talked about the use of Payne's Gray with the Artist Loft Soft Body Black. So if you want to check that out, there's more information on that as well. Okie dokie, so I poured really slow on this one. I was just trying to see if there's a difference sometimes between either splashing the paint down or doing it nice and slow. So my paints are a little bit thicker today. I don't know if you can tell by the movement on the canvas, but they're all a proportion. In other words, the dump paint and the puddle paints are pretty much the same consistency, or at least the best to my knowledge. You know, sometimes it might be a little bit off, might need to add a little bit extra water, etc. But they looked pretty good before I poured them. Now, at first I'm sitting here watching this, I'm thinking the color is going to be gorgeous, and it was very slow to develop. But just keep watching, you'll see over the next few minutes here that it does fill in nicely, and the color is nice and bright and rich. So I'm going to stop talking here, I'm going to put some music on, and you can watch the rest, and we'll catch you through the walkthrough. Okay guys, here we are with the initial wet walkthrough. I want to say a few things about the dump paint and trying to find the right dump paint to do these beautiful pours. Now, I know I've talked in the last video about using some Amsterdam paint, Payne's Gray, as well as using the Artist Loft Soft Body Black. What I find is consistency has changed when I use those. When I was using it previously, I would have to make the dump paint pretty much the same consistency as the puddle paints. In this case, it varies, and it varies on how much Artist Loft I use and how much of the Payne's Gray that I use. So today it was a little bit thicker, which I'm glad. It still has the reaction, as you can see. I get these great cells, these multicolored cells. They have interesting, I don't know the right word to use. They have interesting composition in and of themselves, the cells. And my biggest concern about this is around the negative space. So as you can see, some of the cells, if it stays like this, perfectly fine. But if these keep elongating, then I'm not quite sure what to do. And most likely it means thicken the paints. But I just want to show you up close some of the colors. It's kind of hard to see. It's a bright sunny day here today. But yeah, so this is my pour. And actually, that's kind of a good look. Wasn't even thinking of it this way. But if you look, you can see it's got some nice composition to that. And yeah, it worked out pretty well. I still love doing the Colander pours. They're still my favorite. And I'm going to keep on doing that. So guys, thanks for watching. And if you have any questions, as you know, please feel free to leave in the notes below, or you can send me an email at dwightpours@yahoo.com. Okay, have a great start to your week.